The search continues, and while they continue through that debris, there's still a lot of people still waiting for word on their loved ones.
And they have been told to wait at the Surfside Community Center. That was earlier today. Let's go to Local 10's Christian De La Rosa, who has the very latest. Christian.
Let me show you the scene here. Many of the families that spent all of Thursday here have left to try to get some rest. But how do you get some rest? How do you sleep in a situation like this? And we showed you earlier a man that had just shown up here. He had just flown in from Puerto Rico. And just to give you an idea, we've talked about the magnitude of this catastrophe. For each family, it is incredible, the potential loss here, right? One family that's chosen to stay inside, they've not wanted to go on camera. 6 members of their family are believed to have been in that part of the tower that collapsed. And so many are holding on to hope, but many are also growing very frustrated with this process. It's past midnight and people continue to arrive seeking for loved ones, holding each other to hold on to hope. The family of Ray and Mercy Reyes is still waiting, but as the hours go by, some are losing their patience.
Last I heard, there's 99 people missing. Why is nobody doing anything? It's nice to have cake and cookies, but like my husband could be dying in there.
Magali Delgado lived on the 9th floor. Her daughter describes her as a strong 80.
So you feel two things, right? You feel two emotions. You feel that you hope for a miracle and you believe in God's grace. And I believe in my mom's grit and strength and resilience. But at the same time, you feel that if that didn't occur, that she didn't feel a thing.
I'm here trying to get information on my friend Graciela Catarosi
and her little girl, Estella.
65-year-old Judy Spiegel lived in Unit 603 with her husband, Kevin, who happened to be out of town on business. We spoke with their daughter.
I just want to share that, my mom is just the best person in the world. Her name is Judy Spiegel, and we have not stopped giving hope that she's there and alive, and we're just praying that, I know the teams here are doing everything in their power. We're just praying that they find her.
So while so many families are hoping and praying for the best news possible as to their loved ones that are still unaccounted for, Governor Ron DeSantis has signed an executive order to help and assist all of the families that have been affected by this tragedy. Keep in mind, so many people lost everything they had. Back to you.
Christian, all day we have been hearing from people who are sad and angry and frustrated, and you heard it in some of your pieces too, just wondering, why isn't anybody doing anything? What's going on? That man that you had a chance to speak to, not on camera, just in passing, who came from Puerto Rico, what did he tell you?
For a lot of people, the least they could do is be here and be here until they get some form of news. And so they're showing up here, they're giving their name, they give out the name of the person that they're looking for to authorities who are inside. And in many cases, they are giving a DNA sample. They do a swab, they give that DNA sample in hopes of whether it's the best news or the worst news possible. So a lot of people just don't know what else they can do other than to be here and sit and wait. We talked about that family that's inside. They found a corner and they're trying to take a nap. And, when you talk about people that have been here since 4 o'clock in the morning, losing their patience, growing frustrated because they want to see more. And maybe it is difficult to understand just how difficult and how dangerous this search and rescue mission really is. And it's not going to wrap up anytime soon. And that is the cruel reality here.
Yeah, for the days and weeks to come, this operation is going to be happening, not to mention a slow, methodical process that has to be done with meticulous care, simply based on the fact that not only are those first responders putting themselves in danger, but they have to try to make sure they hear possible survivors, and if they don't hear them, that they can remove those who did not survive very carefully. Christian De La Rosa.
Yeah, that's right. We've talked so.
No, please go ahead.
Yeah, no. Another thing that search and rescue officials have been talking about is the importance of trying to keep things as quiet and as silent as possible, because even though they have the equipment and the technology to detect any type of even a scratch under the rubble, they want the scene as sterile as it could possibly be. Of course, the weather hasn't been helping, but again, this is something that we've never really seen before here.
Not seen before, but if there's any place for it to happen, we do have the best search and urban rescue team in the world, world respected, and so therefore they are hard at work right now doing their very best. Christian, thanks for that.